Hi, my name is Cherie Salazar, here at Fenner Nature Center for This is Lansing. Fenner Nature Center is located 3 miles southeast of the state capitol at 2020 East Mount Hope Avenue. The entrance is located just east of the intersection of Mount Hope and Aurelius Road. The trails are open with free admission from 8 a.m. till dusk every day, and the visitor center is open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, and from noon to 4 p.m. on the weekends. The Nature Center has over 4 miles of trails, including trails that are handicapped accessible, making it easy for families to explore Fenner's 130 acres of urban green space. The Visitor Center is a perfect place to learn more about the natural treasures we have in Michigan. The land occupied by the Fenner Nature Center contains part of the Mason Esker, a remnant of the glacial era. Before the area was settled, the habitat was mainly oak and hickory forest, with some forest openings. This land later became part of a 2,100-acre farm owned by one of Lansing's founding families, the Turners. A descendant of the Turners, Scott Turner, spurned offers from developers and instead sold the property to the city with the stipulation that it would be used as a park. During the 1950s, Lansing Parks Director Carl Fenner spearheaded the development of the parcel into what is then known as the Arboretum. The park officially opened to the public in 1959, and when Mr. Fenner retired in 1962, the park was renamed the Carl G. Fenner Arboretum in his honor. Under the guidance of several city-employed naturalists, the park evolved into a true nature center, with programs designed to bring children and families into contact with nature, including a bison named Elvis and an eagle named Sam. The park was renamed Carl G. Fenner Nature Center to reflect the broad range of nature education programs being offered. When the last city-funded naturalist retired in 2008, the city worked with the Friends of Fenner Nature Center, a nonprofit support group, to build an active partnership that assured the continued operation of programs and activities at Fenner. The city agreed to provide some financial support when the nonprofit agreed to take on responsibility for operating the programs and managing the visitor center. With the agreement between the city and the Friends of Fenner Nature Center, the purpose of the Friends group changed fundamentally. No longer just a support group, the nonprofit changed its name to Fenner Conservatory and holds executive responsibilities such as budget development, fundraising, hiring staff, including an executive director and general oversight of all that happens at Fenner Nature Center. Fenner Conservatory receives all revenue from programs and rentals, as well as the volunteer-run Explore store housed in the Visitor Center, and generous community support is essential to continue the operations of Fenner Nature Center. Fenner's Maple Syrup Festival in March and Apple Butter Festival in October attract thousands of visitors each year. During the Maple Syrup Festival, volunteers demonstrate the process of making maple syrup, from tapping trees, boiling the sap, and making maple syrup, cream, and sugar. Visitors have the opportunity to try their hand at the process that makes Michigan's liquid gold.
Industry like this, they're
At the Apple Butter Festival, visitors help Fenner volunteers make apple butter the old-fashioned way, in a copper pot over a wood fire. It's a long and tedious process, but the end result is both healthy and extremely tasty. At these festivals, visitors can also enjoy supporting local artists, eating really good food, and enjoying time with their loved ones in the outdoors. As I walked through the forest, watching leaves blow across the trail in front of me, I heard a noise and looked up to see a flock of turkeys, along with a couple of white-tailed deer in the clearing just 20 yards away. The deer looked nervously behind them and bounded away, disappearing quickly into the forest. I wondered what made the deer so skittish when the caws rambled over the hill. It was a group of toddlers and their grandparents and parents being led by one of Fenner's outstanding staff naturalists. Around the next bend was another group of students. These kids were sitting quietly, just observing what was going on around them. This was part of Annie's Big Nature Lesson, a program that takes students out of their classrooms and to local nature centers where they have school and nature for an entire week. I just love that idea. As I walked back towards the visitor center, I greeted a volunteer as she worked in the butterfly garden. The wind picked up a little, and I smelled the smoke coming from the wood stove that helped heat the basement of the visitor center as a group of graduate students from Michigan State University hold a meeting there. Inside the visitor center, the friendly staff answered questions about their campfire programs, summer camps, the Fenner Field School, and are more than willing to show off the live snakes, turtles, and other animals they keep on hand that help teach people about nature. I finished my trip to Fenner in the Explore store. They have a wonderful selection of items there. After looking at the walking sticks, field guides, and other exciting things, I realized why they named it the Explore store. I could use almost everything there to explore nature, including, with my taste buds, the pure maple syrup they stock. My favorite days truly are those when I come out and reconnect with nature at Fenner. I became a member of Fenner's Conservatory because I see the value in supporting a nonprofit organization that offers so much to our community. I am just so impressed with what Fenner Conservatory accomplishes on a daily basis. Fenner Nature Center has been called an emerald in Lansing's crown. To learn more about how you can create your own Fenner experience, visit mynaturecenter.org. I'm Cherise Salazar for This is Lansing. Thank you for joining me today at Fenner Nature Center.
Honey, I've been thinking.
Uh-oh.